like that guitar right there. Yes. Hit it again for me now. Come on. It's got that little lead up that's going on right now. Boom! It's gonna happen for me. That guitar, right? Now. Yes, yes. Wednesday in Southern California. Woo! I feel like the World Wrestling Federation. We're going to have a WWE match, MMA style, in the studio today. Hey, the Brown Beauty's back on duty, Jesse Torero. It's me, Jesse T, the world according to Torero. Hey, what can I tell you? I just can't help but being me, Jesse T, live at 5 from 5 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on thepowerofvoices.com, www.thepowerofvoices.com, Facebook Live, baby. That's right, facebook.com/Jesse Torero, facebook.com/thepowerofvoices. You'd think I could do that all in one breath. My goodness. Wow. I got to slow down there, don't I? Woo! What do you think about that?
You did a pretty good job. I'm impressed. But no more singing, okay? Please. I mean, really, you got kicked off Facebook last week for singing. It wasn't about anything else. It's just because you cannot sing.
No,
Period.
It's a conspiracy.
No,
it is
it's
a
not.
conspiracy.
I'm
Folks,
your dog,
I got
okay?
kicked off of Facebook last week for 24 hours because it's a friggin' conspiracy.
But you had to have done something. What were you doing?
They don't like my eyes.
Oh, Lord.
That's what it is. You know something?
You know what?
Okay,
You're
look,
hopeless.
You think I can't sing, right?
At all.
Lee Marshall. I love my Lee Marshall. My Lee.
Wait a minute. It's
What?
Lee Michaels.
I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, okay. Good.
I was talking about.
I don't want to be associated with
talking
your
about
horrible singing.
Tony the Tiger. The voice of Tony the Tiger is Lee Marshall.
You got special guests in the studio today.
I'll get to them in a second.
And I want to ask them the question.
Oh, they haven't heard me sing yet.
You just gave them
No, I didn't. I was warming up. Okay.
But when you get straight,
Okay.
when you're ready to really belt one out,
Okay.
then we'll have them to be the studio audience judges.
What do they know? It's just one of the Pointer Sisters. What does she know?
I think she knows of someone that can hold a note or not.
She just hasn't heard me yet.
Oh, yes, I am the judge.
Oh, no.
See?
I'm going to get... Is this like Simon...
Excoriated.
The Voice and X and all that?
Yeah, all of that.
Oh,
all
boy.
rolled in one.
Oh, my goodness. Do you like steak and lobster?
You can't bribe her.
You like Cabernet Sauvignon?
You ain't got enough money, dog.
You want to take a ride in my Gray Ghost?
No.
I can't bribe her, can I?
No.
I can't.
No.
All right, back to it. Hey, get that free app downloaded on your app. Yeah, that's right. On your Facebook, your IPTV. Get it downloaded on that smartphone. It's a free app for Apple and Android. And then you can check out all the great shows we have here at thepowerofvoices.com. It's good to be back with you. It's a Wednesday here in Southern California. Another kind of dreary day in Southern California. You can't really see the mountains right now. So, it's not as blue skies as it has been here. As the weather starts to change a little bit and we kind of fall into winter here, not too far away. It is good to have you with us, our viewers out there watching. Thank you very much. Chime in. They already are. Kathleen McDermott Rand says, I sing great. Thank you, Kathleen. $25 I'll send to you next week. Okay, thanks. All right, bye. All right, now, hey, we got all kinds of people checking in here, and you can give us a call at 424-227-9461. We have a great show lined up here. It's kind of taken a different direction. Quite frankly, I didn't know what direction it was going to take because I really never know till I sit down. I try to prepare a little bit, but then sometimes I kind of get off into other subject matter. And today, since, of course, we have the ongoing spectacle, I tell you, the ongoing spectacle of Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. That's right. Hey, we're going to get into that. And you talk about outnumbered. Fox News TV station, they have a program called Outnumbers. I am outnumbered. I'm so outnumbered right now. It's unbelievable. And I want to go home. It's all right to be outnumbered by gentlemen, but to be outnumbered by ladies, that's not a good thing. But we're going to have some fun having this hash around this discussion. And we're going to talk about the DNC, the RNC, the ABC, and the CBS. We're going to talk about everything we can talk about and have a good time. And we enjoy that you are tuning in with us today, something a little bit different than we normally do. So, we'll get into that in just a second. A couple of things, though, I wanted to let you know. A couple of things that have transpired over the last 24 or so hours, and I thought this was a unique situation that's kind of taken place here in my life, and that is I'm going to involve myself in something that I'm probably going to puke and die, but I've got 2 months to get in shape. Now, all you fitness gurus out there, I need all your tips. I need good nutritional habits. I need good workout habits, because I have done something that I've kind of challenged somebody to, a professional athlete. I've done something to myself. I think I'm 25 years old, and I'm not anymore, and that is I've involved myself in what's called the Spartan Race. The Spartan Race and Challenge. Now, that's at Castaic Dam, December 10th here, 2016. And what it is, I can't wait. Man, I saw this thing on YouTube, and it was so cool. I was up all night watching Spartan race after Spartan race after Spartan race. My wife said to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "Leave me alone. I'm watching Spartan races." And she said, "Well, you could come have a Spartan race with me." I said, No. I want to do, you ain't got no mud. I want to jump in sand traps. I want to pick up rocks and run up hills and buckets of sand and trees on my back. I want to be like Grizzly Adams. I don't know. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grow my beard for the next 2 months. I'm going to get in shape, and I'm going to go to Castaic, and I'm going to head off down this Spartan race. It's like a 5 or 10 mile race, and you get to run through all kinds of under barbed wire, jump over walls, pull yourself up on ropes, hang, crawl. It's just, I can't wait. And I did the stupidest thing in the world. I challenged my daughter, and my daughter is a professional athlete. Not good. I challenged her, and I said, Ryan, her name's Ryan. I said, Ryan, I'm going to beat you in the Spartan race. And she goes, "Oh, you're going to do the Spartan race? Oh, yeah, I got to do that." She's a professional goalkeeper. She's played in Europe, and she teaches here in the United States. And she goes, she's been in shape since she was born. And so she said, "Oh, I got to do that. I got to do it." Wait, then she heard my challenge after a few minutes of being excited, and she looked at me and she goes, "I can't wait to beat your ass." And so, being Jesse T, I, of course, had to let the testosterone flow a little bit, the male pride. I got up and beat my chest a little bit like this, right? And I said to my daughter, I said, "You're just a woman." And wrong thing. My 26-year-old daughter, wrong thing, because I forgot when she was 14, she laid a right cross into my chin. And I taught her how to fight when she was a kid. So I said, "Oh, gosh, she looked at me in those brown eyes, and she glared at me, and she goes, 'This woman is going to beat you down.'" And I said, "Okay, will you pick me up and give me a hug and a kiss then afterwards?" So December 10th, I think what we're going to do, we're going to set up some situation. Maybe I'm going to have a GoPro cam on top of my head and on my shoulders or something, and we're gonna do something there so you can see, you can see this 56-year-old guy die. All right, so that was kind of fun, and I just wanted to let you know about it, so look forward to it. A lot of people checking in with us. Thanks a lot for that. So let's kind of get into the show a little bit here, and let's talk about really what's happening in our country. Our country needs some help. There's no doubt about that. Whether you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, or what I like to say, a Republican or a Democrat, a Republican or a Democrat. Either way, whatever you want to call yourself, we need some fixing in this country. We definitely need some fixing because over the last 25 to 30 years of the way our government has become so corrupt that I don't care whether you loved Bush or you loved Clinton. It doesn't really make any difference to me. I'm talking about Slick Willie Billy. I don't care because they're all corrupt. That's a precedent down here. They're all corrupt. Anytime you take millions and hundreds of millions of dollars from contributors, you are going to be swayed in some way. Sort of like the mafia movies with The Godfather, where the one senator gets up. He was caught in the place of ill repute. And so they had him, and he got up in the grand jury, and he said, "Italian Americans are some of the finest people I have, and they're in my district," and blah 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 blah. He said his piece, he said his 2 cents there, and then he walked off. Right? So you're always going to get, when anybody pays for you in some way, you're always going to get an opportunity to make that payback. Because if you don't, there are more powers more powerful than you. Absolutely. I don't care who you are. All right, so we need to get some fixing going on here. That's what we need to do. This is a real estate broker that I'm firing right there. Sorry, did I put his name? Yeah, he's a public figure. I'm firing you. Okay? Because you don't call me back on a piece of land I'm selling. So I'm going to fire you. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to hang up on him right now. I want to talk to him. Craig Powers is on. Hey, Craig, what's happening, buddy? Speaking of Powers, I'm here. All right, man, you got to come in and do the show with me. So, we'll talk about that in a second. All right, so we need some fixing. Everybody knows we need some fixing. We need some fixing in our inner cities. We need some fixing in our public schools. We need some fixing with our healthcare. We need some fixing in our military. We need some fixing with our immigration. We need some fixing in our infrastructure. We need some fixing with our social understanding of each other, our empathy and compassion, and our warmth and our respect and our honor and our morality. We need some fixing with God. We need some fixing in every aspect we can. Economy. We need some fixing with jobs. We need some fixing with the ability to save for your family, so when you pass on, you can leave them something. We need some fixing in this country. And where do you start? You start with the presidency. Then you go to Congress and you go to the Senate. And if you really understand, that's where the rules are really made, in Congress and the Senate. The president just rides the wild Mustang. That's really what the president does. Gives leadership, and the president does executive orders, and that's been popular ever since George Washington. Obama has given more executive orders than any other president ever. But each president has that ability given in the Constitution. But nevertheless, we need some fixing. So what do you fix? Okay. How do you fix it? These are questions that we Americans now are facing for the first time, I think, in terms of this monumental just this large amount of stuff that needs to be done. All right. So now we got Donald Trump, who beat out 16 other yahoos, Republicans.
Chumps.
Okay. Republicans, not chumps. Okay. And then we have Mr. Did I say Mr. Hillary Clinton? I mean Mrs. Hillary Clinton. Let me think here. I get them mixed up because I know Bill is there, and we have Hillary Clinton. Yeah. We thank you very much. We have Hillary Clinton and her. So what we're going to do is we're going to hash around our ideas about Hillary and our ideas about Trump, and kind of go through the. We're going to go through the things that are important. All this mudslowing and throwing and this rock throwing and all of this beating each other up. Who has this? Who does that? Who's this? Who's that? Who's this? And let's set that aside for a second. I'm going to bring in a couple of folks, and anybody who wants to hang out with me.
Hey, Jesse.
Pull up a chair. Look it. Anita Pointer from the Pointer Sisters.
Hello.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
I have Anita Pointer of the Pointer Sisters.
My friend Carol brought me in. I've never been here before. And Lee, he's an old friend. God, I know I met you a long time ago. but we're just getting back
Re-
acquainted again. And
A long time.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
were teenagers.
yeah.
Lee
He
is.
was doing radio, and I was out
Yep.
Pointer Sisters traveling the world,
That's
and
right.
we just hooked up, and then
fun.
He's been telling me that he's only about 34 years old. So
Yeah.
you know,
Lies.
something
I'm
like that. I'm 23 myself.
Oh,
Well,
so,
my
there you
goodness.
go.
yeah.
See, that
Wow.
validates my story.
you did, man. I tell you, I like that. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm 56. So what can I tell you? I'm the old crew here. So hey, relax on me now. Ease up on this boy. All right. All right.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. All right. So, Anita Pointer, thanks for coming in. It was a surprise, and we're just kind of going through this impromptu kind of fun, and we're going to talk about your point of view in terms of the Democrats and the Republicans, and we're going to go over some of the issues, and we're going to try to talk a little bit more than just personality traits, which both of them have some things to fix in both of themselves, but. Immigration. Now, I will.
I don't know. I'm just an American citizen, and I'm trying to make the last time
Right.
voting was in, but this time I haven't registered.
Okay. Well,
What has the Democratic Party done for me? Well, I went and I met Hillary.
okay. That's
we had a
cool.
nice little
Hey,
talk at the
look
White House.
Right on.
They had the
That's a
pointers.
nice place. I've been in there.
Yeah, they had a sing, and they seem very friendly and nice. And it just seems that they are more for my people, the poor people, the people that are in need than the Republicans are. I'm just tired of people taking advantage of humans. From the very beginning of this country, it's been that way, and it's disgusting.
Over the years that you've been voting and working and creating the wonderful career you've created, I mean, it's just beautiful, and the memories you've created over the years. Have you seen a difference, a change in the Democratic Party from, let's say, when we were all 18 years old and now we're older? Is there a different feel, or is it pretty much kind of been the same for you?
Well, the candidates seem to get younger.
Isn't that the
That's
truth?
one thing that happens. Oh my goodness! There's so many. There's changes from when I was a child, when I was growing up in Oakland, the hood,
Right.
and fighting for so many people in this country to have the right to vote. The Black Panther Party, Oakland, and all the corruption and the police, and the things that I experienced with the police and the Black Panther Party. And there was a whole big different change. There was a whole different revolutionary feeling in the 60s, that seems to be coming back around. I don't know. It seems to be coming back, that people are very angry and they're tired of being misused and mistreated, and they're rebelling against it. And I remember being out there myself in the 60s, saying it's just unheard of that we can't vote. Everybody can't vote just because you're black.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's what was going on in America, and I couldn't believe. I mean, I'm out of high school and just in disbelief of what this country is doing to me,
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I had several friends that went to Vietnam. Few didn't come back. I had one that came back totally mind gone, and things like that just,
Well, I would agree with you that the Vietnam War was a mindless waste of time to
Total
kill
waste.
people and to make and enrich
and the same with Iraq.
the biochemical companies, Monsanto, DuPont, etc. So, absolutely, there's a reason why we went into the Middle East. That I would agree with you. It's a different reason than most people believe. But the point is, the Democratic Party, for the most part, has stayed the same, in your opinion, through your lifetime, fighting for, as you said, the rights of the folks, the regular folks, the hardworking American men and women,
Right.
and of all
The folks with
color,
no
of-
voice.
of all religion and race and creed. Right.
That's what it seems to
Right.
me.
Okay.
I'm no expert.
What do you think about illegal immigration?
I don't think there's. Well, see, I'm all by myself, I'm sure, but I don't think there's such a thing.
Right.
This is our world. This
Mhm.
is, I mean, especially in California.
Right.
Who did you take this land from?
Mm-hmm.
This land didn't belong to Europeans.
Right. But it belongs
You
to
know?
Americans
So how you
now.
going to tell them now when they want to come back
Mhm.
it's illegal? It
Right.
pisses me off.
Right.
It really does, you know?
So do you believe in open borders
I
from
do.
Chile to Alaska?
Sure do.
600 million
I
people to
sure
700
do.
million
They
people
can,
just cross
as
the
long as
borders?
you have some kind of identification and you can, account for what you're doing here and what you're, how, why not? Who
Mhm.
are you to say that I can't come here and you're just because your parents were here before mine and stole the land? Please,
Do you believe in the sovereignty of a nation state that has the right to survive in its own cultural significance?
the sovereignty of a nation,
Yep.
such as
Having borders like France and Germany and Ireland and Scotland and England and South Africa and Guyana and Libya and the sovereign nation. These nations that have borders. That's the sovereign nation. Do you believe that all nations should have the ability to live their cultural significance in their country that may be vastly different than the country next door?
they should,
Mm-hmm.
if the majority agree.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a democratic decision that the majority rules, that seems pretty fair to me.
Could I make the argument to you that because of the United States of America and the configuration it is in and where we sit in this hemisphere, that partly made us one of the most influential nations on the planet Earth in the last 170 to 200 years?
Yeah.
Because of our natural resources, our fresh water, our weather. We don't have the inclement weather like Russia does, or the super hot temperatures like Costa Rica does down on the equator, or like the desert states have. We have sort of like a Shangri-La
Ideal weather. It is.
for ideal working and ideal manufacturing and the creation of products, goods, and services that has made this country and the world too as well. So sovereignty is important because folks that are from a different cultural significance, not belittling them, their
Right.
cultural significance is just as important as anybody's.
Of course.
But it's different. And so when you open up the borders, then you open up a cultural shift that takes place. And when that happens, the ones that have the least amount, obviously they want better for their families and they want better for their children. And if they don't have it where they're living and they have the ability to go somewhere where they can increase their life and health and education for their children, maybe not live under a police state in some places on this world, under that fear. Would you say would you agree with me that if masses amount of people come, that it could flood a nation and change its culture so significantly fast and different that anarchy and chaos, we couldn't absorb as much into the pie?
Well, those coming in would have to understand that this is an American country and that you have to conform to our rules and laws and and then there has to be a limit to how much you can take out of the country. People want to
Absolutely.
take care of, home and things like that, but there should be a limit to that as well.
Absolutely. In fact, in if we can utilize Mexico as an example here, in the last 30 to 35 years of my lifetime, going back to in my early 20s, when Reagan, which I disagreed with immensely about amnesty and NAFTA, but those are other topics to talk about, where I disagree with him about amnesty because he opened up the borders and approximately 3 million people were able to get their green card. Now, not just Mexicans, people from all around
All over
the
the
world
world.
that were here without a green card, not just Mexico. Of course, the primary number was Mexico because they're right there, a couple hundred miles away. But so when you start looking at that, a third of the gross national product of the country of Mexico, which has 150 million people in it, about half the size of America, a third of that money that they make in their country comes from people that came here and sent money back to their moms and dads and their cousins and their sons and their daughters and their family to take care of them because that's why they came here, a better working situation for them. So we supported that nation to a third of their income for the last 30 or 35 years.
Well, that's good.
Absolutely is good. But like you said, there has to be a limit to how much you take out and don't bring back in, because if you take everything out, then there's nothing to take anymore. And when it's all done, you go home.
Yeah, that's the way all the big corporations do, put all their offshore
Right.
profits someplace where they can't be taxed and can't be, can't share with the rest of the country and building our infrastructure and helping our schools and our hospitals. I think it's a disgrace.
Absolutely. And it is a disgrace. The corporate aristocracy of this planet, they have no compassion or empathy for the human being and the human plight.
It's all about capitalism.
It's all about money, power, and greed, and control over our life and death. That's in that respect. Now, when you start talking about the borders like we were talking about, we agree that when people come here, we have to set some limitations. And they should follow by our rules and regulations. My goodness, I've been in 43 nations in my lifetime, and I've been in 300 U.S. cities. And when I go to another woman's country, I'm very, very conscientious about their laws and rules because I don't know them, and I don't. There's sort of like a real intense feeling in me. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to say the wrong thing, because the minute I step off the plane, they know I'm an American.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Well,
I don't care where you go.
I know.
You don't even have to say nothing.
I used to be proud of that.
Right.
Now it's almost an embarrassment.
I can totally appreciate that.
Swear.
And I agree with you on that.
And
Now,
if Trump is elected,
we're going to get to that in a second.
talking about the embarrassment.
We'll
oh
get
my
to,
God.
we'll get to that in a
I think I
second.
may leave, go to another country.
Let's finish this immigration thing for a second. Just
okay.
This is one point.
Yeah.
Okay. So people that come here should come here, would you say, in your opinion, should they come here legally or illegally? Now you did say that they should come here and obey our rules and our laws and our restrictions and live here under the rules of the country. So do you think that people coming here, should they be able to come here illegally or legally?
Oh, definitely legally.
Okay, great. All right. So with that in mind, then we are in
But then
agreement.
the laws need changing.
We are in.
That's the problem. The legalization of the whole thing is just ridiculous.
Okay, that's a very good point, and I am for revamping America's immigration laws completely, because I think they're archaic and they're 200 years old, and it just doesn't work in 2016
Are they
anymore.
200 years
Well, they're
old?
very,
That's crazy.
very, very old.
Yeah.
They haven't been. They've been Band-Aid taped to fix this and fix that and fix it, but they really need to be revamped. In
Yeah.
other words, they need to be shut down. We need to rewrite it with our best educators and our best.
And send all those people who came over with Columbus back.
Well, if you could,
We're
send,
going to start all over from the beginning and get this thing right this time. Because the way they came in as criminals, rapists, thieves,
absolutely.
still, coming in, still killing Indians, taking their land,
Yep.
and all this.
Yep.
That's the start of it. And
Yep.
it's like putting a cherry pie in the oven and expecting it to come out a chocolate cake.
But that's not going to happen.
If you're going to put it in like that, what do you expect to get out of it? This country is messed up from the beginning.
Right, exactly.
It's horrible the way this country started.
Don't
with
deny that.
Thieves and crooks and murderers and
Don't deny
you
that.
know, and how are you gonna fix it? They're the
Right.
ones that have all the money because they stole from everybody.
Right.
So they're the ones in power to make the decisions. It's like a lose-lose situation.
And I agree with you, but unfortunately, we don't know what to do with 327 million people living in this country. We have a hard time figuring out what to do with 1,000 people versus 327 million. So I do agree with you in that you have historical significance about what you're saying, and we can chat about that too at some other time. But back to the immigration thing. So if you believe that people should come here and obey our rules, if you believe that they shouldn't just take, if you believe that we should re-engineer our immigration laws, the rules, so that people can have maybe an easier way, a more efficient way to come here and participate in this American experience we have, good or bad, it is our experience, then we are not in disagreement. So
Good.
my question to you is... My question to you is about immigration.
Yeah.
Here's my question.
Uh-oh.
What about all the illegals that came here illegally, crossing our borders, and by doing that, they've broken the law of this nation? What do you think about that?
Where are they? The illegals that work the farms and
It doesn't. They could work the farms, the McDonald's. They can work
the
on the assembly
housekeepers
line.
at Trump's office.
They can work. They can work the construction companies. But we have approximately 10 to 12 million that have come
that have
across
come
the border
across illegally.
illegally in 25 years, and by the mere fact of crossing the nation's borders illegally makes that a crime. Now, what do you think about that?
I think the laws should be changed. There should be some way of.
So, do you think we should tighten up the border to stop that from happening until we change the laws?
No.
You think we should just allow another 20
I
million
think the
people in?
borders are tight. They're tight enough, and they're already giving people hell. I mean, I have friends who've been deported. It's already tight. You
Then,
know what?
let me ask this: how come we have so much illegal immigrants coming to this country if they're so tight? Why do we have to deport criminals, repeat offenders that kill our citizens because they constantly be let out of jail, and we deport them but they come back? If they're so tight, if the system is so tight, how are those people coming back in?
Connections.
Okay.
In America. This is the land of opportunity, and I mean the criminals and all, and
So
they're
you-
not
you
doing
don't-
it. They're not doing it by themselves. I mean, the drugs aren't getting in here alone.
No, they
all these
aren't.
kids out on the street that are being busted for drugs, they're not bringing that from Mexico and then bringing it in. They don't have no ships. They don't have no planes. There are people in power who are letting them in.
Okay.
I really believe that
I don't disagree with you on
Yeah.
that. Okay. Now,
because they make money off of
let
them.
me ask this question. We have millions of refugees that have flooded Europe. Germany has basically been toppled. France is completely changed forever.
It's so sad.
And there's so much bombing and killing and blowing up of things and destruction and mayhem and chaos and anarchy and all of that. We see it every day. Watch the BBC. Don't even watch American stuff. Watch the BBC. Okay, or watch the German news agencies on TV. Okay. Now, we have let people into this country unvetted. And Hillary Clinton wants to increase that by 550%. And let me give you some numbers right now. That means 65,000 unvetted people coming into this country. Now, let me ask this question. If you're living in your neighborhood and unvetted people come living in your neighborhood that hate America, but you don't know which ones do hate America. You don't know which ones do hate America yet. You have no idea.
Yeah.
So you can't hate the whole barrel of apples. You can't do that because you can't judge what you don't know.
Right.
Wouldn't it be better if you knew that 5 out of those 3,000 might be people that want to create mayhem like they are in Germany? Would that be better, don't you think?
I think I lost the question.
The question
that
is,
would be better if
would it be better if you lived in your neighborhood, wherever
Yeah.
that may be, and 5,000 people come into your town that are unvetted from a nation that, for the most part, doesn't like America for whatever reasons.
Right. Okay.
Whether we're the ones that created the not like or not. Okay. And they moved in around you in your neighborhood. Okay. You can't hate them all because that's not right. That's morally and ethically wrong. You can't wreck a whole barrel of apples because you have this ideology in your head that you think everybody's wrong. But wouldn't it be better? What if 5 of those 5,000, just 5, were people that wanted to kill us just because we live in the USA for no other reason? Because we believe in Christianity, because we drive a Ford. It doesn't make any difference. They want to kill us. Wouldn't it be better, in your opinion, to at least try to know who
they
those
are? Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Of course
Okay,
it would
then
be.
we agree. You should be voting for Trump.
No way.
But see, what he
There's
left
ways
out.
of knowing without just building a wall, without putting everybody out.
I think I heard Hillary say the same thing. She's not for just anybody coming in here.
Right.
Okay, we have rules and laws in place already.
They're not
We
good
just
enough.
need to enforce.
Not good enough. There
What?
needs to be
No,
an additional vetting, extreme vetting on top of it.
There need to be-
because and here's why, guys. Here's why. There is absolutely no way that I could forgive anybody on the planet Earth that if my daughter and my son was sitting at a Starbucks, a Coffee Bean, a Walmart, a Macy's, or sitting in the park, and some yahoo, because there's 400 other people around, wants to blow up that corner, and they are a terrorist collaborator. I don't care what country they're from. I don't care if they're Polish. I don't care if they're Arabic. I don't care if they're from New Guinea. I don't care if they're the whitest of white people on the planet Earth, the Caucasus, from the Caucasus Mountains in Russia. I don't care where they're from. There is no way that I could forgive those people, and I would kill every single person the rest of my life that looks like them. Because if I had blood on my hands by not at least trying to protect my family, your neighborhood, my city, my community, my state, and my country, then I am just as guilty as that person who dropped the bomb.
Well, if that's the way we felt, black people would be killing all the white people they see in this country.
That's
because
right.
that's the way you treated us.
I don't disagree with that.
You know, and
okay?
I think it's hypocritical that you could say about that now, but look at how you treated the Native Americans. Look at how you treated black people when you brought them over as slaves.
I'm not arguing that point.
You know, that's crap.
I'm not arguing that point. But
none of the politicians today, and I said none, are articulating it that way. I hear Trump picking on the Muslims.
No, he is not. He's
he
moved
did.
off that position.
Yes, he did.
No,
Yeah.
it's extreme.
He can't
vetting
move off of it.
any
Once you've been
nation
on it, you own it.
Of any nation that is targeted for people that do not like Americans. And
How do you know that?
What about those terrorists that are homegrown?
That's why you
Right.
have
What
to
about
vet.
the ones that went in that church and killed all those black people? That ain't no terrorists from another country. We have terrorists that Columbine. We have terrorists
That's right.
right here
That's right.
that are horrible people, and they are from America.
That's why we don't need
So
any
you
more
don't
coming into our
know
country.
who. I mean, they
We
could
don't
be.
need any more coming
We
into
have
our country.
No, we don't. We don't
about-
need
That's why we have
them.
to
But there are a lot of
extremely
other
vet them.
good people that could be here.
And
I
you
have
gotta build a
friends all
wall.
over the world, but I don't want to build a wall and make them go through a whole bunch of shit to have to just come in the country.
Well, we have to extremely vet, at the very least, anybody coming in on all four
I don't
of
have
our
a problem with the
borders.
vetting. And like
that's-
I said,
and
we
that's
have
what- that's what
laws
they wanna do.
and rules and procedures
Yeah, you got to
in
show
place.
your passport. You
Just
got to
gotta
show your
enforce 'em.
ID. You show where you're coming from. Just like when we go travel around the world, you show why you're here. I'm here to work and do this, and how long you're going to stay,
Mm-hmm.
and where you're staying. All that information should be given when you're coming to another country, but it shouldn't be just limited to only certain countries.
That's why you should vote for Trump. Okay, so let's talk about taxes right now.
Yeah, Trump don't pay none.
Let's talk about
Oops.
taxes. Let's talk about your taxes and my taxes.
Ah.
Okay, our taxes.
Yeah.
Okay, forget about anybody else because they don't pay my mortgage payment. I pay my mortgage payment.
Yeah,
and
me
you
too.
pay your car payment and mortgage payment.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody comes to our rescue. So I, like you, and I think like most Americans, would want to have as much money in our pockets that we can at the end of the day so that we can take care of ourselves and our families.
Kids need an education to do that. And when
Okay.
education costs you a fortune,
You're right.
nobody else can get an education.
Absolutely
Unless
right.
you're rich and you can send your kids to private school.
And there's no jobs afterwards.
Afterwards, no jobs.
Right,
All
and
these
so-
billionaires with all this money that are going to create all these jobs that Reagan talked about years ago, where are they?
Right, exactly. So
Where are they?
So here's the key. What jobs, if you want to move off of taxes to jobs, because Hillary is raising taxes, Trump is dropping taxes. Okay, now if you want to move off that into jobs, let's talk about jobs. Jobs. If everybody had a job,
But wait, before we get to jobs, let's go back to taxes for
Because
a
he's
second.
dropping taxes for the rich.
No matter who you're dropping the taxes for, see, when I balance my checkbook,
right?
my budget, if I don't make X amount of dollars coming in and I have X amount of dollars going out, it's got to balance. So if you're cutting these taxes, that's the source of income, one of the primary sources of income for the United States of America, correct?
Right.
So if you cut taxes from 35% to 15% or whatever it is, how do we continue to pay our bills? How do we continue to improve our infrastructure and
Here's the thing.
provide all the services that we provide now?
Here's the
We
thing.
should have anybody
What
that
happens-
has over $100 million should pay for it.
What happens?
That's a good idea, huh?
What happens is, there's only a very small percentage of people in this country that have over $100 million. There's only 250 people in this country that are talking about that kind of income. Most Americans, the 150 million of us or 175 million of us, we don't make that kind of money, and the chances are we're never going to make that kind of money. So the reality is, taking it out of this fantasy of going after those people, let's set them aside for a second. Let's talk about our pocketbooks and what the tax structure today from the IRS does to us, and how can we change that. Now, before you jump in here, let me make this point. When you lower taxes for businesses to create more money for themselves, they make more products. Because a business is about making products and selling them in the marketplace. And if they have more money to reinvest into their infrastructure, that means they have to hire more people. That's point number one, job creation. Point number two, if you allow less taxes for businesses than in America than they have, let's say, in Mexico or in Finland or in Germany or in Australia or in Chile. If our tax structure is less, the business will come here to make money, because we have one thing that those places don't have: a built-in consumer base that loves to spend the money that they make. So that's number two. Number three, about taxes. When you have less taxes for business, you have more money to spend, okay? Because the business hires you, which means you have a job, which kicks down the welfare government assistance state from 40 million down to 30 million.
I've heard this story
So
before,
there
and it
you
does
go.
not work.
Tell me why.
The rich don't give. That's why, because they're capitalists and they are only taking care of their own and their family and the other rich friends of theirs. They don't care about Haiti or the Watts, or Chicago slums or Oakland ghetto. They don't care about that. They really don't. They don't give a shit if we live or die.
I agree with you.
Unless you spend
They get their lower taxes and they don't help nobody.
I agree.
But see, here's
the
a
thing.
question I have for you.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. That's fine, and I don't disagree with that statement completely. But here's the thing. When we have a job, when a person has a job, they make some kind of money, and it goes back into the system. Okay? Now, yeah, the rich will always be rich. The elite, not even the rich, the elite of the planet.
The criminals.
Okay? Yes, I agree.
Nobody
But when
got
we
that
have
rich
a
being an
job,
honest
if
person.
we
They're all
have
criminals.
a job, and this is why this is the exact reason why people came to this country for 25 years illegally, because they could get a job and they could make some money and they could support their families, even though it was done illegally. So right there is a prime example of what I'm talking about. If we have jobs, see, the problem is we don't have jobs. And did you know that many, many Mexican citizens are going back to Mexico now more than they're coming here, because there's no more jobs here. And so jobs is the key. So have to
then we
reduce
don't
taxes.
really have a problem then.
We have a problem.
Yeah, I
because
hear
we
they're
don't-
building more
we don't-
industry
We
and-
need to create more jobs, more income to get us out of the $20 trillion
Okay.
debt, though we're never going to get out of it.
Well, I don't
You know,
believe that. But
in
let
that
me ask you a
respect.
question. Your theory of reducing taxes and businesses will create more jobs, create new products, and theoretically, that sounds good. But the capitalists that we are and the greedy people who say, okay, well, now I'm paying only 15% in taxes. The difference between 15 and 35, I'm going to put it in my pocket. I don't want to pay $10 an hour or $15 an hour. I'm going to put it in my pocket, grow my wealth, and still keep everything the same. What guarantee can you give to say, okay, I'm going to reduce the taxes without having some stipulations or some laws or rules in there saying, if we reduce your taxes, then you must hire
Give
at least
this
X
much
number of people.
back to the community.
You got to grow the base,
Okay.
because that's where the tax dollars are going to come from. So it offsets
Like they
the
said about
difference.
the lottery. It was supposed to
well, exactly.
improve the
Let-
schools.
Let me give
I
you
haven't
a
seen
civic.
it do
Let
that.
me give you a civics
But see,
lesson.
if everybody's playing by the same rules, then it will work.
Let
If
me-
not,
okay.
then we still have the same problem we have now.
First off, let me give you a civics lesson here, okay? Okay. When you're running for when you're a president, I don't care what party you're from, and you're a candidate and you're
Yeah.
running,
Yeah. You make
don't-
promises. You make
don't-
claims.
No, forget about that. Yes, we agree on a lot of this stuff, okay? Because if you really know who I am somebody that fights a lot of this government corruption. I believe what has happened in this country is a contrived plan that's been designed for 1,000 years. So, but I don't even want to talk about that because that takes us down a whole different road. But here's the point. Okay?
So what guarantee?
Here's the point.
In that situation,
when you're
I just
running for the
explained.
president, okay? When you're running for the president, when you're running for a Senate position, a congressional position, when you're running for a state senatorial or assembly position, when you're running for a mayoralship or a city council position, and you have something that you want to do, that you think helps the constituents, the president's constituents are all of us. When you have something you want to do, you haven't worked out all the fine points yet. It's an impossibility to work out every fine point. You haven't worked it out.
So in other words, these are all half-cocked things that they're throwing out there.
Yes, on both parties. On both parties.
So don't tell me you're going to give me caviar and you just give me some old rotten fish.
Well, look at look at. You have to start somewhere, and they have to run on some platform.
It doesn't always work out.
It's called a platform.
Be
They
honest.
make promises they can't keep.
It's called a platform, and that platform changes when they become elected. Every politician, whether they're Democrat, Libertarian, Green Party, Independent, Conservative, Evangelical, or Republican, it doesn't matter. Their platform changes the minute they get the job. Because then they realize, whoa, wait a second.
It's impossible.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's why I asked that
Exactly.
question
Okay.
about the tax,
So it's
decrease.
Promises they cannot
Exactly.
But I'll
keep
tell
and they
you
know
something.
it.
I'll tell you something. I would rather be on the end of the stick that says I'm going to have more money in my pocket than on the end of the stick that says I'm going to take money out of your pocket any day of the week. Okay, so let's talk about jobs. Okay?
If it worked that way.
Let's talk about, hey, and if you win the California lottery. Hey, my mom and dad won the California lottery.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, lucky
in the
them.
first 2 years it was out. They won the
my
California
God.
lottery. They were partners up with some people so that they didn't get the big chunk, but they got a nice healthy chunk, and they were very happy with it.
That's
so,
the American dream.
in that
Win
respect.
the lottery.
Well, it isn't a fantasy. No, it's an American fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. A dream is working hard, getting an education, loving your family, loving your God, loving your country, and not taking a knee at the national anthem.
Oh, here we go.
No, here we go.
Okay.
You gonna get on that now?
Because anybody who does that is a traitor. Okay, but let's talk about
That's
jobs.
not true.
no,
not
come
true
on.
at all.
No, it's called
He's got his
freedom.
opinion about exactly.
And I know you love your freedom, so you want to impose upon a person's freedom to have the ability to take a knee or whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
You protest another way. You respect
No,
the men
why-
and women.
why do I have
You-
to be limited?
Because you respect the men and women that died to have you.
That's
have
no
the liberty and
disrespect.
freedom.
No,
Yes, it
It's
is.
not.
they
it's not. No,
died
it's
to
not.
give you that freedom.
No, they died for,
No.
for you to respect their death.
No,
I don't
that's
think
not
so.
disrespect. No, that's
I
bullshit.
think
That's
no,
not
it's
disrespecting
showing- it's just
anybody's
like when
death.
Tommy
That-
Smith and
that's
those guys
bull.
did the fists up at the Olympics. It's the same thing.
No.
It's the
Get
same
it
that
straight.
we're tired of this
Get
bullshit,
it straight.
and it's still going on.
No,
It's
get it
not like
straight.
this
Yep,
is something
Tommy
that
Smith.
Yep.
they're
Get it
talking
straight.
about that happened years ago. It's happening today.
Let me correct this.
The end,
Let me correct this. Tommy Smith in the 72 Olympics, when the three men did the fist,
Yes.
they waited till the national anthem was over with.
Okay, so
And then they raised their fist. No, that
don't
is
care.
a show of respect. At
it's a new
very
day,
minimum.
dude. It's a new day.
No,
Yeah.
you can't
It's a
write
new
it off
day.
like that.
No,
you
it's
can't
a
write
new
it off.
day,
No,
and these
sorry.
kids see
No.
things differently.
Because they haven't
they
been
do.
taught.
No, they're
Because-
educated
no,
now.
No, because
Right,
we've
exactly.
These are
had
not-
They're
these are not
educated
idiots.
To
These
know
are not
that you don't
bums.
have to.
No.
You
They've-
don't respect
they've read
people
the
who
same
spit in your face.
history books that you have.
We have taken religion and out of the church, out of the schools. We have
Well,
taken.
who did
we have-
that?
We have taken common.
did
we've
that?
created Common Core. We've created where schools that people are beating up the teachers. We've created no respect, honor, ethic, or morality anymore. We have a highest divorce rate of a modern nation.
And
We
all
have-
of that is horrible.
It is. It's
But
horrible, and that's what
taking
has
a,
led to
taking a knee
to
at the
Kirk-
national
to
anthem
Kirk-
is
to-
not
to-
the same.
To Kirk
It's
Knucklehead.
not.
No,
It's,
it's not the
it's
same.
expressing his
You're-
opinion, and I totally
Exactly.
agree.
It's just
Okay.
like what
I
the
do.
discussion we're having now. I have the right to disagree with their point of
Exactly.
view.
I do too. I
And
disagree.
that's what these young people are doing.
Hey man, did you give me a popsicle?
No, that's after the show.
You ate you
No, I got one in there for you.
you got a popsicle in there for me?
See now, Anita, you understand why I have
I
to
didn't
have
get a
food.
popsicle. I want a popsicle too.
You want a popsicle? You know, he's got some great popsicles. There's these vegetable popsicles that don't have any
Yeah, fruit
sugar in
and
them.
Oh
vegetable.
no, I don't want that popsicle.
No, you don't know how good it is. It's really good.
Nah,
Anita
no
said,
thanks.
"No, you want the real deal,
Yeah, I want the sugar.
the original."
So what's your favorite popsicle? Snow cone, fudge bar, push up?
Oh God, I love ice cream.
Oh,
I love popsicles. I love like strawberry juice bars.
Oh, you like the juice bar?
yeah,
Yeah,
when
right.
they're natural juice bars.
I
and stuff
like the
that.
old-fashioned snow cone
Yeah,
with the rainbow.
Yeah,
and
that-
then
that'll
it
get you
melts in the
crazy.
Can't
bottom.
find those anymore.
It's
Right?
hard to find.
When was the
I
last
know,
time you
they
s-
are good.
yeah.
I have a place.
You got a place?
Oh yeah, man. You know, I always got the place.
All right, we'll have to go to the place.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh God.
Boy, you're wound up today.
I am wound up today. All right. So look
I'm
at
sorry, I didn't mean to.
no. This has been fun, actually. This has
Really?
really been
Oh, good.
engaging and fun because
It's
you
an
know,
engaging conversation.
because
Yeah,
you
it's
see,
so-
all I get to ever do is sit across and talk to myself or my
Yeah.
friend Lee.
Yeah.
Friendly Lee.
Friendly Lee.
Friendly.
Yeah, friendly Lee.
That's right. $5 for that. Okay.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, just deduct that from your popsicle budget.
Oh man, I can't get nothing.
Well, you know what? It's really good to see Anita. I haven't seen Anita probably since. Well, I think I've seen her in concert, but I remember the first and the last time I saw her on the radio station was back in the 70s
Yeah.
at KATZ in St. Louis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I went to the
I
concert
was
there.
10 years old in
St.
1970.
I was like 24.
Really? Oh my goodness. I was
Wow.
10.
Yeah, right.
You were 10?
She's still lying to me.
Wow. You want to go out on a date?
No, I don't date. Thank you.
Smart lady.
Oh God. Yeah,
too
those
much.
were some good days. I
Yeah,
remember
a lot
that
of fun.
We worked so hard. I remember going
Yeah,
to
you
every
did.
radio station in the world.
What,
and
that's the
things.
way it was done then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way. Now kids, what they get online, you get these.
Oh, you get
Followers
hits.
from-
That's how you do it.
Yeah, fake
It's a whole
followers.
new
Right.
world.
Right.
But
The
you know,
music business is totally different. I'm
You
so
guys
glad
br-
I'm not just starting out.
yeah, right?
I'm so glad.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you because I come from the radio and music business too, but I just been fired a lot. But that's okay. If there was one thing about the music business that you miss the most, Anita, what is the just one thing? Because I know there's a million things, but
Yeah.
if there was one thing that you really, that you really liked a lot about
Really
it.
liked a lot was going to the studio with live musicians and having
Real
a
musician.
real music session
Yeah.
and have them playing.
with a
and,
composer and the pianist.
Yes. And then they bring in the string section later
And you
on.
you have
you know,
get a chance to have a conversation. Like, oh, I
Right.
like that there. And
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
We used to
The
have
magic.
so much fun in the
Yeah,
studio,
yeah.
you know, with all these great musicians in LA. Oh my God, and in New York and all over. It's just, I miss that because now when you go in the studio, it's the computer.
Yeah.
You and the computer.
That's
and
it.
It's lonely. It's
You're
not
you're
fun.
you're in a booth and you got your headphones on and that's it.
That's it.
Well, you guys broke the mold. I mean, I remember when the Pointer Sisters put out hit after hit after hit, crossed over. See, back in those days, it was a big deal about crossing over to pop radio and all of that. And you guys broke that mold for a lot of acts to follow. And in reality, you became a huge pop artist. You know, you crossed over so well into various formats: adult, R&B, top 40. You guys were everywhere. You could just scan across the band and hear Pointer Sister songs on several different radio
you-
stations.
stations.
You want to
Amazing,
know?
huh?
You know what I really liked
What?
because I loved all of your costumes.
Oh, thank you. That was something we were known for our
I
wardrobe.
know
Yeah,
the wardrobe
yeah.
We
was
used
great.
to go to all the antique stores and
Yeah.
get our stuff in San Francisco.
I
and
like
when
that.
we
I
ran
like
out of
that.
that, we started having them copied,
Right.
you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have a lot of that stuff too.
Really?
So,
Yeah.
www.thepowervoices.com, Monday through Friday, Jesse T show right now with Anita Pointer here, and we had a great conversation today, and we ended up not agreeing to anything, but that's
And we're
okay.
still
I'm
friends.
still trying to decide if I'm a Democrat or not. I just don't know.
Yeah, well, that's
Well-
okay.
I mean, I'm more a Democrat than anything else, I guess.
Right.
you're
you know, but
undecisive.
I kind of,
You're undecisive.
I
and-
know what I'm not, who I'm
Not gonna
not
vote
going to
for.
vote for. I know that for sure.
Well, I know I'm voting for Trump. So, you
Oh,
know,
come
I'm a
on.
Trumpster all the way, baby.
Don't do
That's
that.
right. No,
He's
baby.
not good.
He's the best.
He's an embarrassment to America.
Oh, no. I am an embarrassment to America.
No.
Well, we
come
agree on that, too.
So I'm going to
I'll
sing a
vote
song.
for you, Jesse.
No, no.
Go write
you
your
gotta,
name
gotta
in.
put a song on for me.
Oh, no,
I gotta
Jesse,
sing.
we
I
can't do
want
that.
her to tell me I can
But,
sing.
but before we get there,
no.
I got
you
one question
what?
for Anita. Anita,
What?
all the songs that you guys recorded,
Right?
what would you say was your favorite?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Okay,
so
put that
excited.
song on, and I'm going to sing it.
Oh, no.
Okay? Put that song on, and I'm going to sing at least 15.
I'll sing it with you, Jesse.
Will you sing it with me?
Hell
I don't
yeah.
think I know
Oh,
all the
yeah.
words.
I hope not. I hope you know.
Tell you what, if you can find that song with words, lyrics, then and point it to me, I'll sing it just like you guys. Okay? Right? Can I start first?
Sure.
Okay. Oh,
I'll be your
you just-
backup singer.
Man,
Hey.
you just don't know how excited I am. Christopher Robin, you gave me my money back, and I'm going to make you eat it right now.
Oh, God.
Right.
I don't think so. but
Yes,
we're gonna
watch.
try it.
Watch. Jesse Terrero, yes, the Brown Beauty on duty. He's going to sing a song. It's one of the greatest songs of all time by the Pointer Sisters. Everybody
I'm so
knows this
excited.
song. It's "I'm So Excited." You got to put the lyrics up. Though.
I got 'em.
Okay, yeah. When do I start? Tell me when I start. Okay.
You know.
Oh, look at that beautiful picture. Right?
Yeah,
Aw,
it's beautiful.
look at
Yeah. Look at that hair.
No,
My baby sister June.
somebody better tell me when to start.
I don't hear it.
Then-
Y'all don't have any earphones. You guys have
Oh, that's
earphones.
right.
I don't have any earphones.
Right? Tell me when to start. Because I only know the talk up to the song.
You're going to see the lyrics.
Oh, I
show
see
up.
the lyrics. Okay. I'm Lee. Right?
Tonight, we're gonna make it happen. Tonight we'll put all other things aside. Oh, Jesse, in this time and show me some affection. We're going for those pleasures in the night. I want to love you, feel you, wrap myself around you. I want to squeeze you, please you. I just can't get enough. And if you move real slow, I let it go. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Come on, Jesse. Oh, I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Come on, Jesse. So excited, and I just can't hide it. No. And I know, I want you. All right, that's good. That's good. Jesse, you are amazing. I tell you. We
You
gotta
see,
take you on the road, honey.
You see that? You see that's
And leave you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for this award.
Thank
very
you,
much,
Jesse.
Robbie. Thank you,
Jesse.
Thank you,
I
Lee.
thank Lee
Jesse.
Michaels. I thank Anita Pointer. I thank my mother. I thank my
Oh,
dog
God.
Penny. Oh, because of you. Thank you.
Jesse, did you hear what Anita said?
Yeah, your
She
speech.
said she's going to take you on the road and leave you.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Leave him with Trump, right?
Oh, yeah.
I
I
was
gotta get
just
home.
going to
My
say that.
granddaughter's calling me.
Give me a hug.
Oh, my God.
We went overtime.
No, you're good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Give me a
Well, great thing.
I'll tell you something. That was the greatest show of all time. Wow.
Wow. You guys are so funny.
Yeah, we're wild and
Fun.
crazy.
I love it. I love it. Jesse, you are so sweet. I don't care if you vote for Trump. I love you anyway.
Right?
You know something?
It doesn't matter who you vote
Next
for.
time,
I
next
told
time
you
you're
to fall in
around,
love with him.
we got to break some bread, some Italian meatballs and spaghetti, some Middle Eastern. Right, we got to break some bread. Mancha, mancha. I love grits. I do not. What I don't like is I like black eyed peas and grits, but I don't like greens.
Oh, man, you got a hole
it
in your
just
soul.
kills me.
That's right.
That's probably right.
Yeah, we'll hook you up.
I like cornbread. Oh,
Good seeing you.
oh, okay. Thank you. All right. Wow.
How about you? You got a chance to sing with Anita Porter. But Jesse, I'm sure you're feeling real high.
I am.
But you got to go and listen to the playback on that. It was quite horrible. I'm sorry, but I'm like the ugly truth. I'm and I bet we're going to get banned again. Even with the help of Anita,
the greatest singer right there. She was like perfect.
It
right?
was just like
I got a chance to sing.
my head started hurting. It was like pulsating. I didn't know whether to turn the mic off or shoot you. I mean, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Oh, all right. ABTV Live, the entertainment channel. The Brown Beauty is on duty, and we're having a good time here. I guess we're gonna have to get off here pretty soon and break on out of here. I think we kind of went a little bit over time, but we had such a great time talking the points there of why she's a Democrat and I'm a Republican, and I think I won that argument in the debate challenge. I think I did pretty good, but I'll leave that up to you. She's a terrific woman and so passionate and so wonderful, and I just enjoyed it so much. She even allowed Jessie T to sing "I'm So Excited" with her. Unbelievable what happens on thepowerofvoices.com. Just unbelievable. Hey, it's the Jessie T Show. Can't help but being me, Jessie T. From Monday through Friday, 5 to 6. That's right. Live at 5. Ha ha! You entered the world according to Torero. Now I bid you adieu. You were straight on the point. And remember, the Brown Beauty is off duty. See ya! I'm so excited, I just can't deny it. Must be a technical problem. No, I'm done.